This time we're going to do some more equations. This time we're going to have to simplify first, and then we'll do our equation. Okay? This is a big deal. All right, we're combining the simplified expressions. We haven't talked about this since the very first video. Remember, we simplify expressions and we solve equations. Okay? So remember, an equation is two expressions set equal to each other. So now in these problems, we have to simplify first, and then we're going to solve. So let's look carefully. So we're going to simplify first and then solve. So this can be simplified. So I'm going to simplify that first using my distributive property. That's going to be 8x plus 16. And write that down. And now I can solve. Simplify, then solve. Okay, so now the solving process, I'm going to subtract 16. That's gone, or you can call it 0. What I do to one side, I do to the other side. And I'm going to divide both sides by 8. 2. Now when I say sides, I'm talking about the left side of the equal sign and the right side of the equal sign. Okay, so now number 2, I'm going to simplify the left side, just the left side. So 9x's minus 6x is 3x plus 1x. This is 4x's. Combine the like terms. Combine the like terms. And then, okay, so now I can solve. Now this one is not even a two-step. It said two-step, but this one's not. This is a one-step. So once it's simplified, then I just have to divide. Divide both sides by 4. And x is going to give me negative 3/4. I couldn't divide and I couldn't reduce, so that's my answer. Okay, next we're going to simplify first. So the left side needs to be simplified and the right side needs to be simplified. Okay, the left side, I'm going to use the distributive property. Negative 25n plus 5, because it's negative 5 times 5. Negative 5 times negative 1. So I simplified the first. And over here I have 25 minus 18. Well, that's 7. Oops. And now I can solve. Simplify first, then solve. So to solve this, I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. That's 0 or 1. Or gone. Negative 25n. 7 minus 5 is 2. And then I need to divide both sides by negative 25. And again, if I can divide, I will. If I can't, I just leave it. I just keep it as a fraction. That's a negative fraction. It's 2 over 25, and it's negative. And that's it. And that's a satisfactory answer. All right, last one. Stop the video, see if you can do it yourself. Or maybe you did what you were supposed to do. Stop the video, copy them down. Here we go. Simplify only the right side. All right, remember that's a negative 1, just simplifying. So it's going to be negative 4x minus 7. Bring down the negative 11. Combine the like terms. Negative 18. Okay, so that's the simplify. Notice in each one of these problems I did color coordinate. The simplify is all in red. I did that intentionally. Okay, now I'm going to solve. I used other colors to solve. I used purple and orange to solve. Okay, so I'm going to add 18 to both sides. That's gone. I'm left with negative 4x on one side and 26 on the other. And then divide by -4. Right, again, this will not divide, so, but it will reduce. So I'm going to reduce. It reduces by 2, so that'll be a negative. I know it's going to be a negative. And reduce by 2 be -13 over 2. Okay, all right, so now we're going to get a little bit harder. This time we have equations with variables on both sides. Equations with variables on both sides. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get the variables on the same side. Now this may not be what you're normal doing, okay? So you may do it differently, but I challenge you, try it my way. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the variables on the same side. So now I'm going to usually take the one on the right and get it to the left by removing it. Subtract 7x on both sides, because whatever I do to one side I can do to the other. That's gone, and I'm going to have -18 over here, and 4x's minus 7x's is -3x's. And now I can divide. Divide both sides by -3. X is +6. Right? So now on the other one, again, this time I'm going to focus on that one. I'm going to add, do the opposite, add 7a to both sides. That's going to go away. That's 0. This is going to give me 2a. Bring down the +3. Bring down the equals. Bring down the 9. And now this looks just like the ones we did before. Subtract 3. That's gone. 9 minus 3 is 6. Divide. And I have a's 3. Okay. Again, I'm going to do the same thing with this other one. I'm trying to be consistent. There is more than one way to do these, but I'm trying to be consistent. So I'm going to subtract the 7x. What I do to one side, I do to the other. There's my equal sign. That's 0. That's 5x plus 13 equal -7. And then again, looks like my other equations. Subtract 13 on both sides. That's 0. Sign same, add the numbers, keep the sign, be -20. Divide by 5 on both sides. And I get x is -4. Here we go again. I've done 4 in a row just the same. Take this one right here. Subtract 8y, both sides. On the right, it goes away, and I'm left with the 24. On the left, I get a -11y minus 9. And then this looks just like the equations we did before. Add 9 to both sides. On the left, -11y. This is going to give me 33. Divide. Ooh, where did that color come from? That looks good. Try that one again. Y is -3. I haven't used that color. Okay. All right. So we did 2 types. We did the type where we simplify and then we had an equation, and the type where we had variables on both sides. Right? So I'm going to stop here. We've got several more with variables on both sides to do, and we've got several more, as you see. You can go ahead and get those copied down, work on those as I get ready to process the next video. It's just math, Sarah. You can do it.